Now, the Hawks and the Knicks. Woo, boy, that was a pretty good game. I watched majority of it. I was in and out. I had some things to take to personally that I had to be at, but Trae Young was eating. And the two big guns for the Knicks did not show. Julius Randle was 6 for 23 with R.J. Barrett at 6 for 15. So they were, 12 for 38 from the field? 3 for 12 from 3 between those two. And they only put up 29 points between those two. They are the stars. But the good thing for them is, with them only scoring 29 points combined against the Hawks, they only lost by 2 points. And that was mainly because of Trae Young going in there and hitting that shot. I mean, I know it felt great having all the fans in New York in that arena. I think they had about 15,000 of the roughly 20 that they can have in there. So, of course, it was loud. It was beautiful seeing all those fans there, getting the atmosphere of New York, especially when they can get back to being completely full. It's going to be nice next season. But with their top players playing as bad as they did and only losing by 2, it's quite promising. Now, the Hawks themselves, Trae Young, of course, did what he does. He went out there and balled. He finally shot 9 free throws. If I'm correct, he didn't shoot free throws until like the fourth quarter. So when I was watching, they were talking about how he hadn't been to the line yet. It's like, what? Word? Which ain't a good thing. You need Trae Young on the free throw line. You need Trae Young shooting free throws because that's Trae Young's game. Getting to the line and scoring that way. But Trae ended with 32 and 10, so he had a solid game. And then, of course, the runner for the game winner shushing the New York crowd. I bet that felt great to get out there and be like, shh, to the New York crowd and calm them all down. Looking at Spike Lee looking all depressed in his orange and blue shirt. It literally said orange and blue on it. Anyway, I think the Knicks can pull this series out. I've got the Knicks winning this in 6. And it's no shade to the Hawks. I just don't think that Trae Young can carry them all the way through. Gallinari had 7 points. Lou Williams barely had 13. Bogdanovich had 18. And Collins had 15. Hunter, 5. Capella, 9. I feel like if Trae Young doesn't do it, the team doesn't go anywhere. And at a certain point, Trae Young's not going to be able to do everything. He's not going to be able to carry them this year. I can see it down the line. If New York is smart defensively and they got Thibodeau, which he's very good at getting teams to the playoffs, Thibodeau needs to play less Peyton, more Rose, which he did. Rose had 17 on 8 of 16 shooting. Him and Alec Burks were basically all the offense for the most part. And they were the 2 leading scorers. He needs to play them both more and let Julius Randle and R.J. Barrett get into some sort of rhythm to where they can produce. Because they didn't produce in this game. I'm just going to say that. They didn't. 29 points combined from your top players. That's not what you want. Especially when Julius Randle's up for most improved player and he was, pseudo up there for what kind of MVP talks because of how good of a season he had. I mean, he's averaging 24 this season, 17 for RJ Barrett, so he's about at his average. Well, he's 14. You need more out of Julius Randle. Let's put it like that, point blank period. You need Julius Randle to average a double-double. He needs to be putting up at least 25 and 10 every game. And in this one, it looked like he didn't know what to do. It may have been first-time playoff jitters for him. He had 15 and 12, but he's got to put up at least 25. He needs 10 more points. 10 more points, and they win easily in this game. It just felt like they were not – like they couldn't get their rhythm going. It felt like for Randle and Barrett. And I mean, that could be Nate McMillan's defense. It could be the Hawks playing a pretty good defensive game. I mean, you could probably give them that instead of saying that, it's more the Knicks losing this game. I think it's more the Hawks play really good defense. And if the Hawks can keep that defensive intensity up, I think they can pull this out. Because the Knicks did shoot bad, but I'm not going to count them out just yet. I think they're the better team. I just think that overall they're the better team. especially with Rose and Burks and Julius Randle and R.J. Barrett. Just going down the list, I think they're just a better team than the Atlanta Hawks this year. Now, I could be wrong, but I'm going to still say Knicks in 6. I just need Julius Randle to give us more. That's what we need. And don't let Trae Young shush the crowd. And then that pass on the last play was god-awful. I don't know what they were thinking with that. But, yeah, give me more Julius Randle. Give me more.